President Du30 vows to distribute all government lands to land reform beneficiaries. The president made the pledge in a speech during the annual assembly of the Provincial Union of Leaders Against Illegality held in Lucena City. The president stressed that land reform is the most fertile issue for communist rebels. According to the chief executive, he intends to speed up the distribution of lands to land reform beneficiaries in Quezon province. Quezon is among the provinces where communist rebels are active.
Land is really very expensive now. Even to own a few meters of land under the sun on a very small planet is already something which can mean big to somebody. Kaya dito unahin ko, if there's still government lands, pag-aralan na lang ninyo yung mga agricultural on itong uphill. I will, within the 3 years of my remaining, ibibigay ko sa inyo lahat yung lupa ng gobyerno dito. Wala silbi. Sabihin ko sa inyo, sa mga administrator, for what? Why are we hanging to those vacant lands when we can use them to satisfy the fundamental desire of every Filipino, not only agricultural workers, but all to own a land. Ngayon, mapresyo na yung lupa ngayon. Because at 110 million, we cannot be so generous to all. But yung naiipit, ibigay natin. We have to snuff the life of the communists. Pwede akong sumali ng Communist Party of the Philippines. Ang problema, ang hindi ko kaya, and I cannot reconcile with the fact that I have to kill my own Filipino brothers to wage a war for 52 years for nothing. Yan sinasabi ko sa komunista. You have jeopardized cause, sorrow and misery to the country fighting for a lost cause. Wala na yung iduluyan ng komunista. It's over and done with. Kaya gusto ko kayo kung may pera lang, but I can make about a party of 10, papuntahin ko kayo sa China and tell me if there is a space there for communist takeover sa lupa.
The president is not going on the stump for ruling party candidates in this year's midterm polls as he makes brief and positive mention of some of those who happen to attend functions and events in the daily presidential itinerary. PTV correspondent Danielle Amos Manalastas on the misconstrued perception of critics and those in the opposition of early campaigning by the president in violation of poll body laws in this report.
Malacanang clarified that President Rodrigo Duterte is not campaigning for any candidate in the 2019 midterm elections. Just mere speculations are all they are each time President Duterte makes any mention of any close to him in attendance on any of his speaking engagements and is running for elective posts in the midterm elections this May. But the palace spokesman said these candidates were not handpicked or pre-selected by President Duterte to join or attend events in the daily presidential itinerary so he could endorse them.
Number one, the assumption that he brings candidates is incorrect. He doesn't bring candidates. Those candidates happen to be there. These candidates are very creative. They know the schedule of the president, so they go there, and when the president sees them, if they see him or if he sees them, kasi if he doesn't see them, he doesn't say anything. Eh. You notice, mga speeches niya. Tapos bigla, pag nakita niya, and then he says something good. Ganun siya. So it's not intentional on his part.
Still, the palace respects the candidates as this is part of their basic rights. The palace also understands that lots of candidates would love to get the president's endorsement.
Well, you cannot stop them. They're citizens of this country. There is no prohibition to be attending functions and events. In fact, kung ako kandidato, ganun din ang gagawin ko. Siyempre, pag alam ko merong lugar na pwede akong makampanya, pupunta rin ako.
Malacanang sees no wrong in case President Duterte would endorse his candidate, as this has been part of political tradition in the country.
Wala masama doon. All presidents do that. Mas grabe pa nga yung mga ito nga, ibang klase ito dahil it doesn't.
And there's nothing wrong with that, sir.
There's nothing wrong with endorsing or praising someone who is running for the Senate.
Daniel Marlastas for The Nation.